Hello everyone and welcome to the Smite gameplay commentary. Today we're watching the third place match from the Week 8 North American Smite World Championship Qualifiers. The match today between Snipe Gaming and Team Dignitas. Let's take a look at the team lineups for Snipe Gaming. We have in the duo lane, Geb and Artemis. Poseidon in the mid lane, Habwa in the solo lane, and Mercury backing them all up from the jungle. For Team Dignitas, Anher and Athena will be matching up against Geb and Artemis in the duo lane. Agni facing off against that Poseidon in the mid lane, Ra in the solo lane against Habwa, and Osiris in the jungle to face off against the Mercury. So these should be some interesting lane matchups as the game eventually gets underway. For now, we do have some just early posturing in the jungle as Athena kind of zones out Snipe Gaming's blue buff. Not much is going to be coming of that, however, as both Snipe Gaming's duo lane members do pull back to the lane, playing it safe. Habwa, however, over in the right side jungle, does sort of run into three members of Snipe Gaming, electing to just back off slightly rather than fight a 1 vs 3, as he retreats back to base early on to pick up a couple of potions and top off his health. He will, however, be arriving to the jungle quite late. He will not be able to pick up camp experience, unless Mercury holds the camp for him, which may occur. He will show up just in time to get to leech some experience off of that camp. Now this match, Team Dignitas is in first place. They are up by 140 points, so regardless of the outcome of this game, they will remain in first place. The point spreads between second, third, and fourth place also means that Snipe Gaming will remain in third place regardless of what happens in this game. The points may, however, come into play later on in this series, or in this season, as things continue to progress. It will be a close match, and depending on the outcome of the future week's games, the North American scene bracket could still get blown open. Mercury is over by the solo lane, posturing around, looking for a gank opportunity, but is unfortunately in vision of a ward. Osiris kind of just hugging the wall, looking for him to try and do something. Water Spout landing onto Kiki the Chunk on Ra, knocking him up under his own tower. Team Dignitas posturing and playing quite aggressively, looking for a gank opportunity. Osiris getting knocked up by Water Spout. Mercury landing special delivery, knocking him back into Habwa. Heal coming out from Rod, not enough as Water Spout lands, killing Osiris for first blood. Ra left defending his lane solo against the Habwa-Mercury combo. Getting hit by another Water Spout, healing up under his tower as Mercury and Habwa advance, doing some damage onto the tower. Agni looks like he was forced back from mid lane, or is he just roaming to get mid camp? I'm not entirely sure. He's paying a little too much attention to the solo lane. Let's see what's going on over here in the duo lane as Hi-Rez is going back and forth on her, getting hit by the shockwave. No follow-up coming on the back of that, as Dignitas is retreating back under the tower to the harass of Artemis. Lots of aggression coming out on the solo lane as Ra advances onto Habwa, who is now down below quarter health. Searing Pain missing for the kill as Poseidon rotating around, release the Kraken coming out, Whirlpool, and Habwa goes down to the Poseidon roam. Poseidon recalling to go and shop up. Osiris rotating around to mid lane to cover for Poseidon's roam. Ra returning to base to shop and buy after that lovely engage. Perhaps have some aggression coming out mid lane. Agni inflicting a bit of damage onto Osiris as Poseidon returns to lane. Osiris electing to recall to base and heal up. Or perhaps not recall and help out mid lane as Mercury is also here. Mid camps are about to respawn as Team Dignitas rotates around for a damage buff. Of course, they have to prove me wrong. Mid Harpies have respawned on both sides. Looks like each team is going to be getting their respective Harpy camps. Mercury looking for a possible engage if there is any contestation of that buff, or buff camp, of that Harpy camp. Otherwise, taking a look at the state of the game so far, Team Dignitas has found themselves an early 400 gold lead. Both teams sitting at 1 kill apiece. Otherwise, game is kind of slow at the moment. Things slowing down. Both teams just farming up. And we do have a game pause coming out. We will be back in just a moment after the break. Alright, we are back, everyone. Sorry about that. Just to recap, Team Dignitas has found themselves an early 500 gold lead. Taking a look at individual players, Zapman on her for Team Dignitas has finished off his Devourer's Gauntlet ahead of Artemis for Snipe Gaming. That will be an advantage as he returns to lane. Building up those stacks early will continue to give him an advantage until Artemis is able to go back and buy herself. She does have the gold for it. All she has to do is go actually get it as they rotate around to pick up the mana buff. Agni for Team Dignitas is electing to go for Bancroft's Talon. Lots of early magical power, as well as a good amount of lifesteal, will help out keeping him in lane. Poseidon, on the other hand, electing to go with Boots for a bit of extra mobility. He also has a tiny trinket, which could potentially be built into a Bancroft's Talon as well eventually. What else do we have item-wise? Everything else is pretty simple, straightforward. No one really building anything out of the ordinary. Artemis recalling to base. She will be picking up that Tier 3 Devourer's Gauntlet now, and as soon as she gets back to lane, be able to start building those stacks. Over in the right lane, Cyrus sitting around in the side of things, perhaps looking for a gank, but he is sitting on a ward, so Team Dignitas does know he is there. Doesn't look like anything will be coming off of this little roam or engagement. Although Mercury is pursuing through the jungle after Osiris. He's hiding over in the mana camp. They do know he is there. He did walk over a ward. Let's see, and if anything comes off of that. Osiris pretending not to notice him. A special delivery lands onto Osiris. Habwar throwing down the wet paper, coming in to join the fight. Osiris cornered in the buff camp. Sonic Boom landing onto him from Mercury. Osiris leaping over the wall to get away safely. Recalling back to base before anyone else was able to come in and finish him off. Roam's coming around from both teams. Poseidon and Agni and Athena joining the fray. Did Athena ultimate in? Trying to find anything. Athena did ult into Mercury, I believe. As Crushing Waves comes out onto Ra. Water Spout not enough to finish him off. He does make it to his tower safely. As he pokes around in front, Habwa coming forward once again. If he can land a Water Spout, it will be a kill. He is taking tower damage, however, and does die for it as well. However, Ra not managing to get a hit off onto him for the assist, only going down to the tower, so that coming out in favor. Back by the mid camps, Geb getting quite low from Athena and Mercury's roam. Artemis finding Mercury before he can recall. Tusky coming out, going to land onto Mercury for the stun. If she can land another hit or two, he will fall. Athena roaming around, actually Osiris roaming around, picking off the kill onto Mercury to secure it as Athena roams away safely. Coming off the back of that fight, Snipe Gaming did manage to pick up 2 kills overall to Team Dignitas' 1. Team Dignitas, however, does maintain a 200 gold lead over Snipe Gaming. If we can take a look at the correct graph, things overall are quite even. A little bit back and forth on the XPs, but that is just from the various camps and minion waves going back and forth. Gold, however, staying quite safely, not quite safely, quite soundly in a slight favor towards Team Dignitas. Well, 300 gold lead, not really a lot in the grand scheme of things. Mercury sonic booming into the fray, catching Poseidon as Agni's ultimate meteors come down onto Osiris. As both teams disengage from each other, neither team picking up a kill. What are Agni's ultimate called? Rain of Fire. Good to know. Mid lane, we do have Agni tanking the tower. He may have disconnected there. I'm not entirely sure what was going on with that. He did get picked off under the tower by Geb. Osiris looking to harass Habwa a bit in mid lane as Gold Fury is picked up by Team Dignitas as a fight breaks out around Gold Fury. Desert Fury coming out onto Artemis, taking her down to low health. Geb's shield onto Artemis, saving him on her, jumping off the wall to get out of the fight. Snipe Gaming advancing, pursuing onto Mercury and Athena. Geb looking to pick off that kill onto Her. Will they find it? Looks like yes, they will. Number of attacks missing. The Whirlpool securing the kill from Poseidon, as 4 members of Snipe Gaming are looking to advance the minion wave into that tower to answer back from that Gold Fury pickup. Let's look at the correct graph, yay. The XP and gold graph not being too important. Ra for team, or rather Snipe Gaming, does manage to pick up the right tower to answer for that Gold Fury.
Your left tower is under attack.
Taking a look at now the XP gold graph, it looks like that Gold Fury pickup in favor of Team Dignitas did give them quite a goal lead, but the kill pickups by Snipe Gaming and that tower pickup have actually turned the game in favor of Snipe Gaming. So while they did pick up that all-important Gold Fury, the kills in the tower not really making it worth it at the end of the day. Athena looking to possibly ult across the map, electing not to as there is absolutely nothing happening elsewhere.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your left tower is under attack.
Just taking a look at items right now. Poseidon has finished off his boots and is working on a Bancroft's Talon of his own, whereas Agni has finished his Bancroft's Talon earlier on and is working on boots now. Exciting stuff there. Both supports have finished off their Midas boots. They do have that extra gold per second ticking slowly but surely. Team Dignitas, on the back of that, did have hand 3 for that Gold Fury fight, so Snipe Gaming will have to keep that in mind in the future if they decide to contest any major objectives. They will need to pick up a hand 3 of their own, or zone out or kill Athena beforehand. Right lane, we have aggression coming out as Osiris is caught in Mercury's special delivery. Ra popping his Aegis to avoid some damage from Habwa and Mercury. Searing Pain once again missing as the team fight continues to progress. Geb walking around blinking, Cataclysm catching out Habwa. Athena ultimate coming in, Defender of Olympus landing onto nobody in particular, but she is now here in the fight as Release the Kraken does finish off Habwa. In the back, we have Mercury pursuing onto Ra, who is at dangerously low health as the fight's still progressing on. Geb doing some poke onto Mercury, who is now trying to escape. Artemis did get dropped in the left lane, while in this fight, the best on Agni does manage to finish off Osiris. So, 2 for 1 in favor of Snipe Gaming once again. As, yeah, remember to go to the team fight UI after the fight. Not done with the fight just yet. It's not. Team Dignitas does decide to dive under the tower to finish off Geb, but Athena falls instead. Geb managed to do some work and turn that back around under the tower in a 2 versus 1 dive that did not end well for Team Dignitas. And Agni is working on the tower. Poseidon has roamed around just in time to save the tower with about 200 health left to its name. Left lane, Ra has rotated around to defend the lane and the tower from Artemis, or from Her rather. Mercury roaming through the jungle. Did he get that? I'm not sure if he managed to take that speed buff or not, but he did manage to escape the jungle quite safely. Mid-harpies are up as Habwa pokes around a little bit onto Osiris, throwing down some wet paper. The Atlas of the Yellow River sitting down, blocking off that lane. Osiris jumping onto Mercury, who does just dash away, not wanting to engage against a number of Snipe Gaming's teammates. Let's just switch back to the normal UI. That teamfight UI has been up for quite a bit. Taking a look at the XP XP gold graph. The game has once again swung back in favor of Team Dignitas, who, despite a valiant number of kills off of Snipe Gaming, picking up lots of kills in these team fights, the objective control and just creep minion farm for Snipe Gaming has just not been holding up to Team Dignitas's. As things move forward, looks like Team Dignitas looking once again to contest Gold Fury, or perhaps just sneak around the side looking for a gank, see if anything comes of this. Its mid laners are also posturing near each other. If I can, that's not Osiris. Osiris selecting to recall for mid lane instead. Agni and Mercury are heading over towards the Gold Fury. Are they just baiting out Snipe Gaming, or we have a potential fight, as both teams are aware of each other's position? Mercury charging up Sonic Boom, looking for an initiation into the left lane. Perhaps catching Poseidon if he can get vision and line of sight. Although it looks like at this point, nothing will come of that either. Now, Osiris has arrived in the left lane. Athena hitting him with Confound into the shield wall. Artemis getting blasted by Anher's Desert Fury. Tusky coming out. Shield onto Artemis, however. It looks like both teams may manage to disengage here safely, as Tusky is running around stunning the entire Team Dignitas lineup in the left lane. Artemis has been forced back to base. This could be an opportunity for Team Dignitas to go contest Gold Fury. Snipe Gaming has found themselves with a Hand of Gods 3 as well, so they will be able to contest this successfully. Release the Kraken from Poseidon, is able to pick up a kill onto double kill coming out actually onto Team Dignitas. They did, however, pick up the Gold Fury. Team fight still continuing. Osiris also for Snipe Gaming being dropped as the fight is being pressed forward. Geb being caught out of position. Poseidon hitting on her incredibly low. Poseidon managing to finish him off as the fight is still continuing. Artemis chasing around the Gold Fury pit onto Anher and Habwa. 2 versus 1, not a great matchup. A ton of burst coming out of both of those characters. She will not want to be facing those guys 2v1. So that exchange coming out in favor of Team Dignitas, despite losing 3 members to Snipe Gaming's 2. The Gold Fury pickup will, however, put them even further ahead gold-wise, now having about a 2k gold lead in favor of Team Dignitas. I did not quite manage to see who got that camp. It might have been Habwa with his little burst ability, but I am not sure. As now the other mid-Harpy camp, Agni getting forced away, leaving them for Artemis to pick up. It's like Artemis having the advantage at this point in the game over Agni. And it looks like Habwa actually is sitting quite low as well, being forced back to base with only about 10% of his hit points. Must have missed a little bit of an engage there, or he unsuccessfully attempted to take some Harpies.
Is under attack.
Kind of interesting here. Jerbion Poseidon has elected not to finish off his Bancroft's Talon and instead work on Gem of Isolation for the slow effect on damage. Right lane, Mercury and Ra showing a little aggression towards each other. Mercury being cheeky, charging up a Sonic Boom for no reason in particular. Like a gank coming in from Osiris in the left lane. Most of the abilities missing, however, the tether does land onto Athena. Not really the person you want it on. As they face off now in a 2 versus 3 engagement. Athena charging forward with a preemptive strike. Tusky coming out from Artemis. Not able to get a double stun onto Anher, the person they're really looking for to land onto. Off the back of that, only stunning Athena. Neither team really wants to fight and engage on that. Although some aggression coming out from Team Dignitas. Anher looking for the stun combo onto Desert Fury and Impale. Anher getting caught in the middle of things as Osiris is directly on top of him. Artemis also taking a lot of damage as Osiris picks off picks off on her in the back. Artemis, however, just managing to get away safely.
Be more careful.
Your team has
Fight
destroyed
still
a
continuing out
left
here
middle
as
tower.
Mercury looks like he might have wanted to continue pursuing onto Geb and Osiris. However, both members of Team Dignitas are getting rather low on health. Poseidon did just begin to rotate around, but electing not to pursue the fight as Athena decides to recall. Cyrus still going forward with some harassing. Geb is still in position, looking for a shockwave to land onto somebody. Not quite connecting, however. Artemis has returned. If they can get a good engage here, they might see a kill come out of it. However, Cyrus does look like he is just going to be returning to base, as well as Athena and Geb. So both teams calling off this engage. Artemis looking to push this next minion wave forward into the tower. See what's going on over in the solo lane.
Your middle tower is under attack.
So we switch back to the normal UI. Trying to get better with this, I do apologize for any little mishaps, anything's missed, or just general bumbling around on my part. Looks like mid camps were successfully taken by Poseidon before Team Dignitas could rotate around and contest it. Damage buff being picked up by Poseidon, and Smite Gaming posturing for those mid-harpies on the left side of the map as well. Geb securing them quickly with his Hand of Gods, just to avoid the other team getting them. The 2k gold lead has decreased to around 1800 as Geb rolls out to the left lane to help out Artemis. Poseidon coming up behind Athena, however, Agni is in range. Shield Wall and Confound landing on Poseidon as Agni rains fire down onto Poseidon, which does unfortunately miss. Both teams posturing. Cataclysm hitting on her, who does impale Geb into the wall as Smite Gaming is electing to pursue the fight. Athena getting caught up in the Poseidon Whirlpool. Gold Fury is about to respawn. Mercury coming around from the side. Sonic Boom, possibly going to be the method of engagement from the side. Athena getting dangerously slow on top of Gold Fury. Mercury does come in with Sonic Boom from the side. On her being forced to, or Cyrus rather, being forced to jump over the wall as Mercury does manage to drop Geb. Smite Gaming is running out of team members here as Team Dignitas is forcing down the rest. Artemis being dropped by On Her to the left as On Her is forcing the fight further as Osiris getting caught up by Special Delivery, knocked back into the team who does manage to finish him off. Ra, the only member still standing from Smite Gaming as Team Dignitas turns to fight the Gold Fury. Both teams do not have a Hand of the God 3 up at the moment, so if Ra can get in range, he does have Searing Pain up for a potential steal attempt. However, Habwa is forcing him back in the lane as Gold Fury is taken down by Team Dignitas. Searing Pain coming out, landing onto Habwa, but it's not enough to take him out as Agni drops him with Rain of Fire. Team Dignitas turning around that fight, losing only Athena to all 5 members of Smite Gaming being killed for a little bit of a delayed deicide, in addition to picking up Gold Fury, which will swing the gold greatly in their fury now with almost a 6k gold lead. That's a huge swing in the favor of Team Dignitas, who now have the upper hand in this game for the first time in quite a while. Well, they had a slight upper hand, I lied. It's been back and forth part of that. But now they're kind of taking things and running with it. Over in the left lane, minions attacking that tower. Once again, good stuff. What do we have going on with this team? Let's see. Player levels. Team Dignitas, the experience lead, also greatly in their favor. We do have Agni. Actually, Poseidon is level 20 compared to no one on Team Dignitas. 2 level 19s to everyone else being 17 or lower on Smite Gaming. So overall, the experience is greatly favoring Team Dignitas. And going forward, things like while Poseidon will be doing quite a bit of damage, Team Dignitas overall will be doing more as they have higher levels and more gold, obviously. Confound landing onto Osiris, being caught out near the Gold Fury pit, or Fire Giant pit. Getting knocked up by Warp Spout, however, not in the correct direction. Special Delivery landing, throwing him back into the entire Team Dignitas lineup. Crushing waves coming out, trying to finish off Osiris. Sonic Boom charging up as Engagements going on all over the place. Poseidon juking left and right, trying to avoid getting killed off as the fight continuing in the front. Ra getting caught up by special delivery from Mercury. Rainfire coming down, landing onto Ra, finishing him off. As a 3-for-0 fight in favor of Team Dignitas. As Team Dignitas now rotates over to Pasha for the Fire Giant. They're going to take the Fire Giant off the back of that. Geb is showing up to try and contest this, however, he will be going in 1 versus 4. The steal opportunity is there, unless he gets zoned out. He's looking for it. However, he is getting body blocked, and as Team Dignitas secures the Fire Giant, Geb is taken out. Good body blocking there by Team Dignitas, slowing him down and preventing him from getting in range for the steal. Artemis is the only team member currently in the field for Snipe Gaming as she recalls the base, leaving mid lane to its own devices. Looks like Mercury and Honor rotating around the left lane to take out that outer tower, as well as looking for that inner tower shortly, or instead electing to steal buffs before recalling to shop, buy up, and then force an attack as a team. Mid cams are respawning as Habwa takes the left Harpy cam for himself. See how things are after that fight. 10,000, actually 11,000 gold, that's the experience. 11,000 experience lead for Team Dignitas, 9,000 gold lead for Team Dignitas. Things are looking bad for Snipe Gaming at the moment, despite their early superiority as far as kills went. Team Dignitas is currently catching Artemis out. Bees not quite saving her. As mid lane, a fight is also breaking out. Athena toying around a little bit with members of Snipe Gaming. Mercury was thinking about going in with the Sonic Boom, electing not to, however, as they advance onto the inner left tower. Snipe Gaming not in a position to contest it. Team Dignitas is just storming down this left lane, looking to take out the left Phoenix now. Athena charging forward ahead of the minions, taunting Ra into the shield wall for a double hit. As the fight is breaking out, Geb is in the middle thing. Good cataclysm landing, hitting 3 members of the team. Osiris, however, getting blasted by Desert Fury, being forced to retreat and heal up. Honor, however, did advance quite a bit forward, getting hit up by Poseidon, taking quite a bit of damage. Someone getting caught up, Poseidon getting caught, burst down. Team Dignitas as a whole is getting extremely low, as which the team fight UI on her dead, just dangerous low. Habwa finally getting taken down as Mercury finishes off Osiris, who was forced back into the fight and taken down once again. Team Dignitas was forced out, however, they did manage to take out 2 members of Snipe Gaming in the process, losing only 1 of their own. Gold Fury is, however, about to respawn, taking this very shortly as they posture around to just wait, or they're going to elect to base, rather. Silly pro teams electing to do smart things that I don't think they're going to do. They're likely going to heal up, shop, and then head over to Gold Fury themselves, as Habwa will not be up, or rather, Ra and Osiris will not be up in time to contest that. Athena looking like she's just chilling in base, waiting for the respawn to a Defender of Olympus into the fight. A few members of Team Dignitas are approaching full build. Habwa having 4.5 completed items, having sold off his starter item at this point. And once again, to prove me wrong, it looks like Team Dignitas is instead electing to clear out some cams before once again proving me wrong as Anher approaches and begins to take out Gold Fury. Snipe Gaming not even looking to contest this, as Geb is not in range of Words deciding instead to clear out the fire minions storming down the left lane. Actually, I didn't realize that, but Team Dignitas did manage to take out that Phoenix in the left lane before leaving. So, fire minions will be storming down that lane, with Fire Giant coming back up in about 1.5 minutes. Any fight going on around that, as minions storm down that left lane, heavily pushing in favor of them. Fight breaking out mid lane as Confound does land onto Ra. However, Osiris sneaking around the back, landing Soul Tether onto 2 members of Team Dignitas. Honor getting caught out as Osiris just bursts him down quickly with the rest of his team. Artemis, however, now beginning to advance in the fight. Tusky advancing through the ranks, stunning multiple people. Switch to that team fight UI kind of early in the fight for once. The fights. Mercury is in position, however, to come up from behind. However, he is instead electing to push the right lane and go for that Phoenix. Snipe Gaming, however, is rotating over to stop him. He may be forced to Sonic Boom out of this. here, special delivery out. If the stun lands, he may be caught down. There he goes, manages to charge up Sonic Boom just enough to get out of there safely. As minions from the left lane have managed to reach the Titan, the Snipe Gaming Titan is down to about 2/3 health. This will be an ongoing problem as the game continues forward, especially with Fire Giant coming up. Snipe Gaming will be forced to tend to that left lane minion wave quite repeatedly as long as that Phoenix is down. Let's check out what the gold difference is looking like. Team Dignitas has pushed their lead up to a 15,000 gold lead.
Your Titan is under attack.
Fire Giant is up as Snipe Gaming is moving around to ward it up, make sure they have vision on it for the inevitable fight over it. Mercury has caught Poseidon out of the damage buff, and Poseidon, despite releasing the crack and trying to catch out Mercury, unable to turn that kill around. Geb possibly getting caught out of position here as Osiris is fighting Agni in mid lane. Geb is still continuing to be beat up on in the jungle. Other team members having arrived finally to back him up as Athena is getting poked down by Artemis. Artemis, however, getting confounded into the shield wall. Not quite landing the second tick as both teams are now facing off against each other as we switch to Teamfight UI. Snipe Gaming is behind by a large margin and now are down an additional member, so any fight at the Fire Giant is going to be quite risky for Snipe Gaming.
Your left Phoenix is under attack.
Their left Phoenix has respawned, however, the current wave of fire minions may take it out. Rod did manage to finish it off before the Phoenix fell again. There are, however, more fire minions coming down as Team Dignitas makes quick and easy work of that Fire Giant. No opportunity whatsoever for Snipe Gaming to contest that. With the Fire Giant belt now on all 5 members of Team Dignitas, they're going to be looking to take out some more of these Phoenixes. Cyrus and Mercury taking some little pokes at each other in mid lane, as Team Dignitas is looking for that right Phoenix and the fight around it. Traps coming out, getting laid down by Artemis, hoping to catch someone out in a bad position. Athena charging forward, grabbing Mercury with her confound, as Geb gets knocked back by Habwa. Artemis trying to do damage to those minions, keep them off the Phoenix, so the Phoenix is attacking enemies of Team Dignitas, or rather members of Team Dignitas whenever possible. Athena charging forward again, once again looking for the confound. Poseidon getting caught out by the Desert Fury and a water spout from Habwa as Release the Kraken picks off 2 members of Team Dignitas. The fight still continuing 2 for 2 so far. Snipe Gaming managing to hold on to this fight despite being well behind on gold. Mercury, or rather crushing waves, or I don't know what the hell's going on. Stuff is happening. Mercury just dangerously low, about 150 health left to his name as Snipe Gaming does lose Osiris at the end of that engagement. The left Phoenix has died once again to minions. Minions are actually on the Titan as I don't even know when the middle Phoenix went down. The right Phoenix also now being taken down. I completely missed that middle Phoenix being taken down. I guess someone must have been sneaky over there. Searing Pain coming out from Ra, looking to defend with Poseidon against all odds at this point. The gold difference is just massively in favor of Team Dignitas. 18,000 gold lead. Only 2 members of Snipe Gaming up still to defend. Poseidon just quickly bursting down Mercury. This could turn things around for the moment. They can still hold on here and defend the Titan for the moment. As Anher is getting chased down as I clicked some random spot on the minimap. Desert Fury, Anher is caught in the minion wave, but the rest of Team Dignitas, Athena ultimating back into the fight on the back of Agni, managing to take down the Titan despite Snipe Gaming's efforts to defend. Actually, did Athena ult in? I can't rewind anymore, so we're gonna have to go with whatever happened there. I get a little bit too excited with that chase onto Anher. For that, I do apologize. So that's going to wrap up this game. Team Dignitas taking the victory will extend their first place lead slightly. This will leave them, I believe, I want to say 80 points ahead of Cognitive Gaming, who did manage to take first place this week. I think I should actually check that really quickly and just verify before I start talking stuff. Cognitive Gaming did take first place, which will leave them 40 points behind, and with Team Dignitas' third place victory here today will put them at 80 points ahead of Cognitive Gaming. Snipe Gaming does hold their spot in third place. Off this loss, nothing changes there with the first 4 place standings this week. I don't believe. 4th place might have had something happen. I don't know. I don't have it directly in front of me. If only I had production staff for these things, like the lucky people from the Smite World Championship official stream. Anyway, look at the stats here. Agni doing work, top player damage by a pretty good margin, almost 25% more damage than on her. But good game played by Team Dignitas. Snipe Gaming tried their best there at the end, was not, however, able to hold off and claw their way back into the game. So that's going to be it for this gameplay commentary. Once again, I do apologize. This is now the second gameplay commentary I have done. I don't know if it's going to be better or worse than the first one. Tried to correct some things from the first game. I feel like I missed slightly less, and, well, if I missed something, oh well. Like, I know I kind of missed that whole Titan engagement at the end. I got distracted by Anher getting caught in that whirlpool. Oh well, it happens. I don't have someone else to kind of interrupt and tell me something important is going on. And perhaps I should have just been watching the Titan the whole time as there was stuff going on there, but I don't know. It is what it is. Hopefully things will improve as I commentate on more games. For now, thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.